right now. I need it right now. I need your attention. I need it right now. I need it right now. I need your attention. I need it right now. I need it right now.
How's it going, everybody? Bryce Green here with Big Kick Custom Rides, and I'm excited that you guys are on to our next episode of our little mini series here that we have going on with all of our builds. This episode with the following ons about this build is going to be a really fun one. We had a great time on this one. There was a lot of cool things that we did. This, didn't involve like body and paint, so it was very different for me personally because I'm a body and paint kind of guy. So this is kind of a really cool example of just going through the mechanical components and getting this thing pretty much to be a sleeper underneath. So stay tuned, watch the rest of these episodes, and let us know what you guys think of this build. All right, as you guys can see, the C10 is coming along very nicely. Alec has pretty much all the under components squared away, installed. We got the chassis back from powder coat that looks awesome with the black, and then the Misty Smoke gray that some of the accents are done in. Radiator support is powder coated. The radiator itself is all painted in hot rod black, so it's got that matching look to it. And then Alec now is working on getting the air tank system installed so we can get the air lines ran for the whole airbag system and whatnot. And then the back is going to be pretty much close to being wrapped up, and we're going to need to get the wood kind of figured out on what we're going to be doing there. We have the wood picked out and the grain and everything that we're going to be doing, but we didn't want to install it yet until we had everything completed back here, because once it gets cut, it needs to get installed immediately as soon as possible. That way the shape will conform to what we lay it down with the chrome strips and the bolts and everything like that. So we're just about to that point, and I'm excited to get this back half done. We're going to be painting the inside of the cab soon, and then we'll texture the bottom, and then the cab will be able to come on, and we'll just kind of finish out the body panels on it. So we're almost there on this one. It's looking good. Everyone says, when in doubt, just swap it out. So we were excited when the customer supplied the LS3 with the truck when he dropped it off to us. And so, the LS3 is a fantastic engine. It's a great platform. It kind of gives you everything you need. It's just super reliable. This one does have a cam into it, so it sounds a little bit more, low, which is just awesome. So Alec is just kind of working through, making sure everything's looking good on it. But otherwise, we're really excited to have this LS3 into it. Obviously, there's some things that we're still gonna do to kind of spruce it up and make it look a little bit better. But for now, we're just gonna make sure everything fits and just kind of move on to the next stage of it. So we like to try and incorporate some, maintainability and serviceability and stuff for our clients on their vehicles. Specifically these old trucks, these C10s, we love doing these. It allows us to kind of get a little bit creative on the backside. Obviously this is the back panel for the raised bed, where we grafted in the Chevrolet lettering, and so this is the T portion of it. And right next to that is we have just kind of this box that we Frenched in, and we've got a few things going on. And so what we like to do is we like to make sure that just in case anything were ever to happen, the customer has a way to jump their vehicle. And so that's what this positive and negative battery post are. As you pull these caps off, voila, you have the battery post right there. Hook some jumper cables up to it, you're good to go. Next up, we have the battery tender port. So this is great for the customer. If the vehicle is going to sit for a while, go ahead and just plug in your pigtail right there, and that's just going to maintain the battery while it's sitting for a while. One thing that we always do on our builds is we add a kill switch, and so that's what we've done here. This is a fairly simple one. All it is a knob. You turn it to the right, that engages it. All you got to do is push it in the center, and that disengages the power, so that way it just isolates it back to the battery, so you don't have to worry about any battery drain or anything like that, just in case you left a light on or something. Who knows? But we just like to incorporate a lot of the stuff into the builds just to make sure that the clients kind of have peace of mind and comfort with everything that they're doing. So that's kind of what we like to do. This is a great way to just let the clients know that they're taken care of, and it just also looks pretty cool on the backside of it.
little bobby. Base dust.
So as you guys can see, it's just super clean back here. It looks really, really nice. You know, obviously we've got the texture done on the lower half, on the bed frame here. This is all textured. We've got the nice powder coat. We've got the fuel tank that's painted in the hot rock black. The air compressors, the air tank, that's all dialed up. The air compressor, we painted that in the hot rock black as well. So everything just kind of flows together and fits really nicely. You know, and like I mentioned before, we're gonna get the wood back here. And the way that Alec built the lift gate, by the time the strips of wood and the chrome strips that hold it down are in place, this is gonna just look like a seamless, you know, bed floor. But little do you know, we'll be able to push a button and the whole center section of the bed is gonna lift up in the middle here to kind of expose the workings of everything that we've got. You know, it's obviously gonna be easy access to fill up the fuel tank, but it's also kind of a show off bragging right for the customer. And that way he'll be able to show how nice everything is up underneath here when it's all said and done. So, yep, we're excited about this one. Alex done a good job, and we're just about there. Now we've got some options when it comes down to the airlift system here in the back. So, you know, obviously there's a lot going on, there's a lot of wiring, and you got to get all the airlines and everything dialed into where it needs to be. And so as you can see, you know, we've got the outlets and inlets coming in here to this main controller. And so we need to be able to line up where these are all going. And so one of them is going to be coming from the tank. You know, it's going to come over, come up and in, and then you're going to have some that are going to be coming out, going forward. You're going to have one that'll kind of follow up here, come up and over and drop into that one. Same thing with the other side. You'll get them here, and then we'll need one that'll come out, come behind, and then drop down as the exhaust dump for when you bag it out. It'll just throw the air right there. So that's probably something that Colton's going to do and get squared away, but I imagine that'll kind of be the setup that we'll do, and that'll just kind of make it look good as well as just real functionality when it comes down to it. So, you know, let's kind of see what Mr. Colton comes up with and make sure that everything looks good once it's all done.